love you, Wishbone.
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 It's the Wishbone Podcast with Dave and JD.
That is one big pile of shit.
Pants got tighter. So when you happen to deal with shit, listen to some shit.
That is one big pile of shit.
But every single thing would suggest that Hulk Hogan is just a giant piece of shit. Anyway, I'm ready when you are.
Yeah, do it.
Well, let's kick it off then. Welcome to episode 1, season 1 of the new Wishbone Podcast, everybody. Excited to have you along for this journey. It's been a while, right? I'm Dave. Of course, that's
I'm JD.
JD. Absolutely. JD, I'm excited to get back into this. It's been a while, man.
It's been too long. We've had some things happen where it's like we were thinking we can keep this going, and all of a sudden life happens, and we pretty much took the whole Wishbone thing dormant for the longest time. But I think it's finally time we get back right into it again.
Let me ask you this, because I was shocked. So I won't get into the dirty details, but bottom line, in order to have a podcast, you have to find a place to host it, right? And so if you get a spot, they'll save your episodes on there, whatever. And I was surprised to find, by the way, earlier this week when I was going through it just to kind of clean stuff up, right, to get us ready for kicking off this new podcast. Do you know when the last time we recorded and published a podcast was? Because I had no recollection. I was super shocked that there was anything out there.
Oh boy, I don't. Because during 2020, we were doing a lot of the food stuff, and we weren't really, I don't think we were podcasting. I think it was probably like, what, 2019?
That's what I was thinking. So believe it or not, in early September of 2022, we did 2 podcast episodes at the beginning of football season.
Oh, that's right. Because we were thinking we're going to be doing like a weekly thing, talking about our shitty fantasy teams, thinking about talking about the Packers, all that,
We did the grid of death, I think, because that's the last season we did the grid of death. So we had some stuff about that. So I was shocked because I thought I'd gone through and deleted all those. But so about a year and a half later, here we are. So wanted to bring this up. So we're going to be doing a lot more stuff than just the podcast. We're going to be doing streaming. We're going to have a merchandise store where we've got, Wishbone swag or whatever you want to call it. We're going to be doing a Patreon account with some extra stuff, extra videos, extra podcasts that are probably a little more spicy than what we would do for free. Put that behind a little bit of a paywall. So, in case we get into some opinions that people may not like, we're going to be okay there. But we've made it super easy to find all of our stuff. If you go to linktree.com, that's linktree.com, linktree.com/Wishbone Media. That's where you're going to find all of our stuff. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, the store, any other link that we're going to have. There'll be a link to the podcast. All that stuff is going to be right on that linktree.com. We'll make sure that we have that web address on all of our social medias. And so there's going to be a lot of really, really cool stuff that we're shooting to do here. JD, we just did a test Twitch stream on Saturday, and I thought it went pretty well.
It went fantastic because, I was in my home in the basement throwing darts against you when you were at your home, and everything streamed really well. And for just saying it was a test stream, we didn't broadcast it to anybody. We didn't advertise it to anybody. And next thing you know, we had a guy from Australia talking to us. We had another guy who was a dart player reach out to us, and we were having a lot of good chats with a lot of people on there. And it was like, okay, for just a test stream and not even broadcasting, not even, letting people know, hey, we're going to be going online, comment, do all this stuff. We had a good amount, like about 3 hours worth of content that we did, minus the darts being terrible, but we had some great content of just talking with people who just decided, out of the blue, jump in, chime in, talk to us. I mean, it was cool. I mean, I was actually super excited. Like I had like an adrenaline rush doing that.
It was a ton of fun. I tell you what, I have learned to never underestimate the power of Twitch, by the way, because I thought legitimately we would not have a single person log on there. And then I was like, oh, we've got two people. Like, Ashley, is that you? Nope. And then some guy types in there, no, it's me, River City Darts or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. And well, Riverside Darts, in
Riverside
case he
Darts.
listens to
Yeah.
this, I don't
Yes.
want him to have his name wrong. But
Yeah.
it was really cool just to have people just chime in and, they're just sitting there browsing Twitch. They happen to see us and just wanting to look into it. And thank you to all of them that did. And hopefully, when we start doing some more streaming in the future, which is going to be more than just darts, I'm hoping to get a setup here where I can stream some gaming. I'm going to be doing some more retro-ish gaming for all the people that grew up with like the, SNES, maybe NES, N64, stuff like that, and just playing around and messing around with that shit. And who knows, maybe get some views on that, or have a lot of people going, "You missed the secret," and start yelling at me.
I anticipate that would happen a lot with me if I were playing games and I'm not cheating by looking online. So yeah, we got a lot of really cool stuff that we're looking to do this year. Um, Look, man, this stuff ain't easy. I mean, it's hard to kind of get traction with this stuff, and that's probably one of the biggest reasons why we haven't been able to stick to it, right? Because it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of
Yeah,
effort. We have jobs, we don't get
yeah.
paid for this stuff. So any support that you guys can give us by following along with our shenanigans, taking part in this stuff, um, we're kind of looking at this like new year, new us, right? And so on that, why don't we hop into some things? So
Well, before we get to that, I just want to bring up the people who really enjoyed our eating adventures and stuff like that.
yes,
That will be a Patreon only thing
yes,
once we start doing that. So if you subscribe, we're going to be thinking about the price. It's going to be low. Don't worry
yeah,
about it.
yeah.
It's going to be maybe a couple bucks a month. And we'll have a few eating things on there. So you subscribe. But I will tell you, I don't know how we can make this happen with people. I don't know how Patreon works. But if you would happen to donate something to eat that we have to try, I maybe feel like we should let those people have like the following month for free.
I think we can do perks like that. And I think we want to have fun with it like that, right? Like
Yeah.
if you're going to interact with us and you're going to support us, we want you to be a part of whatever it is that we're trying to do, whether it's the food challenges, streaming, we've talked about that. Like, hey, if you're a Patreon member, you want to stream with us, let's get on here. Let's game
Well, I
together
just
or
don't
do
want it to
whatever.
be like if somebody happens to, be like, "Hey, I gave you this stuff." Like, we understand. Everybody understands. Money's tight.
Mhm.
It sucks. Even if it's like $2 a month or whatever what we figure on. I mean, we get it. You don't want to waste a few dollars for us assholes right here. So that's why we would make sure that those people who did, donate any food for us to try, they will be able to watch.
Yeah. And but hey, listen, look, $2 a month, all we need is like 20,000 subscribers. You know, we feel pretty good about that. So
Join my OnlyFans.
we'll, we'll be breaking down how JD's OnlyFans is gonna work. So
Mhm.
let's hop into this new year, new you. So we just turned past the new year here, which kind of ties in with some of the topic of the week that we're going to talk about. But JD, I saw some things around the new year. You always get these people who are like, oh, new year, new me. I'm going to make resolutions. Or you see some of those quotes out there on Facebook, right? Where it's like, 2021 broke me. 2022 taught me who I am. 2023 tried to pull me back down. 2024, I'm gonna be surprising. I can see from the look on your face. So, so I'm guessing there's no New Year's resolutions in your household. No inspirational quotes to start off the new year.
Well, not a quote. I mean, if you want to get down to the deep nitty gritty, and maybe if I mention this, people could relate to it. I think personally for me, I mean, if we're going to talk about like what we're going to do, I think it's mostly me working on more of like my mental health
Mm-hmm.
and, dealing with depression, which I have been and all that jazz. I mean, you talk to anybody, they're dealing with something. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if you are, I feel you, brother, sister, all y'all, I got you. It can be a mess sometimes, but it's mostly I think if I was going to make a resolution would be a year of stronger maintaining, of not getting yourself dug deep into a hole, not getting too high above yourself, but just maintaining that certain line where you're okay with not just who you are, but where you are.
Yeah.
So you don't have like those, like the hills and valleys where you get up too high and then you get crushed.
Yeah.
Just have a full year of maintaining. I mean, that would be, I guess, if we're going to be talking, like I said, talking about like personal goals, that'd be like my own personal one.
Yeah.
Just maintain. Don't have anything happen. Granted, the roof might fall down the fucking house. I have no idea.
It's not going to
But
happen.
but I'm just saying, like, just a year of maintain.
Yeah.
Year of maintain. I'm turning 40 this year.
Oof.
Yeesh. And yeah, we do have some stuff planned for that, but it's just, maintain kind of the I'm trying to bounce off Ashley here, the take it as is kind of attitude
Yeah.
and not, you know, think about it way too hard like I have in the past. Like if shit goes to shit, well, what could you have done? Well, nothing, I guess.
Yeah.
So just one of those like it's and also I've been working with my own anxiety. I know you've had anxiety in the
Yep.
past too. Just the whole like anxiousness, like nervousness and stuff like that. That's what I would look at for the whole, you know, this coming year
Yeah.
and go through that. And also I kind of wish I would have put stock in some gym memberships for a lot of these places because cash out probably what, January 17th when
Yeah.
it's highest.
Yep.
And that's the
Yeah.
thing. Like I'm not against people that want to make themselves better, but at least commit to it.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? You talk to Zach, like that's the thing they kind of count on is there's going to be an influx of all these memberships. And I get it. Look, I've been thinking about it at the beginning of this year too. Like, all right, I'm going to be a bit healthier, going to lose some weight. Of course, I've been
But
paying for the gym membership for the past 10 years. So,
but my question would be, why does it have to always dictate on the new year? Why couldn't you have
yeah,
decided like in June,
yeah,
July, maybe April, whatever? You're like, you know what? I want to change myself. Why do you have to wait until the new year?
yeah,
You don't have to. Are you trying to calendar yourself of like, I'm going to commit to this? Here's my before picture. Here's me on December 31st. And this is what I want to be. If you do that, great. Good on you. But majority of the people are like, okay, this new year, I'm going to change all this. And within like a week or two, you are back to the same shit.
yeah, yeah.
You're back getting that sweet McDouble.
Oh, that sounds delicious right now.
Oh, it
Uh,
does.
so I'm guessing there's two things. So I love it, like working on yourself, the anxiety, letting things be, not getting too high, not getting too low. I love that. Two things it sounds like probably not going to be on your list. Okay. No inspirational quotes. So we won't expect any of that. Um, and probably not going to get baptized. I'm assuming that won't be part of your ritual. New year, new you.
Uh, no, because I don't know how to swim. I don't want to get dunked by a dude.
Well, listen, you know who does know how to swim, and you know who wants to get baptized or wanted to get baptized. We're going to transition into our topic of the week here, where JD and I each pull a topic we're going to talk about this week. And New Year, New You seems like the proper time to get into this. And I'm going to tell you, I'm pretty sure I saw this article the first day it came out. I think it was like December 20th, okay? And it was Hulk Hogan gets baptized at age 70. And I don't know why, JD, but just the complete absurdity of the whole thing. And look, one of the things we're not going to do on here, and you and I have talked about this, is we're not going to bash religion if that's your thing. It's one of those hot topics like politics, right? You just don't talk about it.
Patreon.
But yes, Patreon, subscribe to the Patreon. That's where we'll bash those things. But I just find it so fascinating that a person like Hulk Hogan, who I don't know him personally. You only know what you kind of read through the tabloids and all of that stuff. But every single thing would suggest that Hulk Hogan is just a giant piece of shit, right? And now it's like, oh, at 70 years old, me and my wife, who's I think she's 45, by the way. So look, good on you, brother. Good on you for the 45-year-old smoke show of a wife
I
who's
think what I said is she is 25 years the younger.
yeah, yes. So whatever, Hulk, good on you, brother. But at 70 years old, you're going to commit your life to Christ and, you're going to be absolving yourself of all of these sins. And I just have a very, very hard time with that. And one of the things that I pulled out of the article here is Hogan was talking about like, well, I've been a follower of Christ since the age of 14. So here's like high and mighty Hulk Hogan, standing up on his religious soapbox. And if it's okay with you, I'm going to read this quote. If I try to do a Hulk Hogan voice, if that's okay with you,
No, go right ahead.
my best, it's going to be a disaster. Here's what he said. I accepted Christ as my savior, brother, at 14 years old. And the training, the prayers, the vitamins kept me in the game, brother. But now that I am one with God, the main event theme of surrender, service, and love, brother, makes me the real main event that can slam any giant of any size through the power of my Lord and Savior, brother. And so it is, even now, brother. Amen. What the does any of that mean? What are you talking about? The main event theme of surrender service. You can real main event and I mean, I get he's talking about Andre the Giant reference from like WrestleMania 3, right? But
Oh my God.
listen, what are your thoughts on this?
I
Am I
mean,
wrong in thinking this is just completely ridiculous?
I I honestly think, I mean, listen, let me go out first before I start saying my shit. If he is doing this to just, better himself, like, listen, I know my past, I know this, I know I'm getting up there in age. I want to, do something, I guess more heartfelt, something that makes him feel more pure and all that. With that being said, it's a PR stunt because he got the shit done in Florida.
Yep.
And we all know what Florida's all about. And for him to go out and say that thing, like, who the fuck do you think you are, dude? Like, I understand that you were like the face of pro wrestling, and you probably still are because everybody knows who you are in the business. We get that. But you have to go in with your prayer about body slamming a deceased guy? Like, who do you think you are, man? Like, why would you go out there and do that? Why? Here's the thing. If it was not a PR stunt, he would not have had it broadcasted that way. Dave, I lost you on the mic, dude. Either it's me or you.
Oh, no, it's me. I thought
right.
I pressed the button. No, there's no way it was anything but a PR stunt.
And that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a flat out PR stunt because if it would have been like something came out like, oh my God, here's like rare, like different footage of somebody taking a picture of Hulk Hogan getting baptized and he said nothing about it. And it's like, okay, man, whatever you want to do, good on you. Good on you. Whatever you want to do, that's fine. But he made this look like to be a spectacle about him.
Yes.
So if you want to keep doing that, you're going to get all the flack coming at you. And he deserves all of it.
Oh, for
He
sure.
deserves all of it. Because just because you got dunked in water by a dude doesn't mean that all your shit behind you is gone.
You still banged your best friend's wife.
His own daughter, Brooke, wasn't there.
Oh, that's a bad luck.
And
That's a
the
bad
only
luck.
thing that she said from when I read the article that you sent me is that she just said, well, I hope he's doing well.
Oh, oof. I mean, I know they weren't happy when when him and Linda got divorced, I think was her name. But then when he found this chick that's, young enough to be his daughter.
It's like how many times can you look back at what you've done and at some point go, okay, there's a landmine there. Something happened. Why do I keep stepping on the same fucking landmine? I mean, Hulk Hogan is the epitome of the hot stove theory. Stop touching the burner when it's hot, you dipshit. And that's all he's doing. And he's 70 years old. Granted, 70, even though he's had so many surgeries and all that, he doesn't look bad for
He
70.
doesn't. No.
He doesn't look bad for 70. Mentally, he is dog shit for 70 because he just won't stop.
Can
He
I
won't
ask?
stop. The moment that anything happens around the world of pro wrestling, like with CM Punk coming back and all that, all of a sudden now, former pro wrestler Hulk Hogan, he gets baptized and we have to know about it.
Seriously.
Why? Why?
Like, go away, dude. Just go away. You're
I would
70. He's
rather
got to be rich. Like,
Oh, he has all the money. I would rather read the story over and over again from Florida of the guy who got arrested taking a shit on a dead possum on the street.
okay, we're
Okay?
gonna we're gonna have to share that on the next podcast, I think, because now you've piqued my interest.
Mm.
Um, Let me ask you this, and then I swear we can move on from Hulk Hogan here. But it got me thinking. Obviously, like Hogan was huge when we were kids, right? And that was the thing. Like you rooted for Hulk Hogan until you got to a certain age and you wised up and you were like, no, this is dumb. You just big boot body slam leg drop, like whatever. It's stupid. But I couldn't because you know clearly who my favorite guy was growing up.
Yeah,
Easy to
Shawn
name.
Michaels.
Shawn Michaels. But then I couldn't think outside of like until like Stone Cold came around, but like who were you rooting for back in that like early mid 90s? I can't remember from when we were kids.
Undertaker.
Oh, there we go. Okay. That makes sense.
Undertaker. I love Ted DiBiase.
Oh, yes.
I also just loved I like, there's no way they can have the character again because, I mean, PC Bud, but Hacksaw Jim Duggan couldn't, no. You couldn't do that character again. You couldn't do that gimmick. I mean, Roddy Piper was amazing. Jake the Snake in his heyday was really good. I mean, I guess minus Undertaker, probably one of my favorites was probably Legion of Doom.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, because they were actually, dudes in shape and like Demolition was really good.
Yeah. They like
And
looked like badasses.
yeah.
Like I would not want to fight these guys.
And you got to keep in mind, like, it's crazy because when we talk back then and we happen to mention these names, like, oh, it seems like eons ago, and it actually is. But you have like Razor Ramon, Diesel, all them
Yeah.
guys, 1, 2, 3 Kid, Crush. Don't forget Ric Flair, like during some of his prime years, was in WWE,
Yeah.
WWF back then. But I mean, I guess probably Undertaker was a good one. That I was I Boy, it's really tough though because I guess I wasn't like a huge fan of anybody like when you were the fan of like Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. I was a little bit obsessed for a while. Anyway, so that was my topic of the week. Thank you for talking Hulkster with me. I've been waiting for almost a month to discuss that article with somebody. So I appreciate it. So why don't we get to what is your topic of the week, JD?
Well, my fiance was able to prove something on TikTok
Okay, go on. I'm curious.
about Hobby Lobby.
Our favorite store, right? As we just talked about religious stuff with the Hulkster.
So she saw on TikTok and it was these photos and stuff like that. Maybe photo frames or something if she can yell at me. Nope, she can't hear me. That's fine. But because they don't use barcodes hardly at all at Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
So if you see like the same, like a row of the same product, if you flip behind, you will see different prices. So like the front one might say $29.99, but 3 back says $19.99.
You've got to be kidding me.
So she, when she was done with work the one day, she went to Hobby Lobby and she went to the area of where they showed her on TikTok, which FYI, people, if you want to find me on TikTok, you ain't gonna find me. But
No.
maybe if we get bigger, I'll go on there. But she went in there, same area, and she did find price discrepancies cheaper behind what they had in front.
So do we have theories on this? Because what I was kind of thinking, I saw the video on TikTok. It was the one I saw was like a dude going through, and it was like several different products that he's like, check it out, like look at it.
Yep.
Which is why it's so amazing that Ash was able to actually like go to our Hobby Lobby here and confirm that. My only thought on this was possibly like, well, maybe they think they're being kind of smart about this. Like, well, if we sell the first couple at a higher price, then we don't have to worry about like marking down like the extra inventory. And so when someone gets to like the 6th or 7th, it's cheaper and we don't have to retag it. And now they got busted.
Yeah, they got totally busted for it. And like I said, Ashley saw it for herself. So
have
if you,
they said anything about this? I have not seen Hobby Lobby say anything about it, but
well, I have no idea unless
uh,
their religious code says that they don't like barcodes. Um,
thou shalt not barcode.
yeah, thou shall not beep. Um, like I have no idea. I have no idea why they would do that. I would figure that what you do in that situation, you don't have the full stock out there, have like 2 or 3 at that big price, and then like 2 weeks later, you downmark them for
Yeah.
liquidation.
Yeah.
So if you get rid of them like that, and that's one thing, but no, she could flip behind and see different prices on every single one.
I mean, they're probably banking on like your tip. And listen, I'm not going to try to pigeonhole or stereotype or gatekeep people who shop at Hobby Lobby. Okay. I'm sure it's not just conservative Christian people who are shopping at Hobby Lobby, but maybe they're like, well, you know what? The kind of people who shop here don't go on TikTok anyway. So they're never going to know. Because I can't even imagine, like, if you saw that and you were like a corporate executive, you have to be panicking a little bit because now all of a sudden, like, oh, what if we've got thousands of people running to our stores, digging to the back,
Yep.
finding the cheaper price, and now we're like,
Yep.
oh boy, what's going on here?
But then here's the thing. Here's the thing. I've been to Hobby Lobby a couple of times. I've never actually looked at those stickers on there.
Nope.
If it is sticker tagged and it doesn't say what the product is in the sticker, who is to tell you to not rip off one of the cheap ones and slap it on something else?
I'm not above that. I'm not above
Oh,
that at all.
oh, me either. I would absolutely do it. Oh, 1,000%.
I
Oh, I
hope,
would.
I hope we go viral just from you giving that piece of advice to people like, hey, go out there,
Yeah.
go switch the sticker. Hobby Lobby does it. Hobby Lobby's worth billions of dollars. They're fine.
Listen, go out there and just swap some stickers and try to see if they can call you out on it. They
Yeah,
can't.
there's no way. And
I
that's their
mean,
own fault.
but if Hobby Lobby wants to sponsor us, you know what? I'll change that. I'll change that to
We will change our tune. So I'm just gonna say a big congratulations to Ash for proving a theory that was
yeah.
found on social media.
Granted, she didn't post anything. She's not a
No,
big poster, but
no.
I was talking to her on the phone when she was in there, and she's like, "Holy shit,
It's true.
it's real."
Oh my gosh, that is too funny. So stay tuned. Next every week, By the way, I didn't mention this up front, so we're going to be very consistent with our dates here. The podcast, you can expect it every Monday morning to kick off your shitty work week. You can kick it off with the Wishbone Podcast, boys, on your Monday morning. So the goal is to have episodes out every Monday morning.
So when you happen to deal with shit, listen to some shit.
Boom. You know what? That's not a bad catchphrase for us.
You know what? Get that on a shirt.
Yes. By the way,
when you start your week with shit, listen to some shit.
So one of the things that we used to do on the old podcast, and to me, this was the most popular segment we did on any podcast. It was the weekly Crushmore. So,
give me some of that Crushmore.
Got to have the Crushmore. Like you talk about, when we would post the topic on the Facebook page, sometimes we'd have 100, 150 comments of people arguing back and forth. No, these are the top 4 things in this category. And so we are going to transition to our Crushmore this week. And JD, this one's courtesy of you. I like this. I had to think about this one, by the way. Okay.
I'm still thinking about
it. Listen, well, maybe like if I say one or two, maybe you'll kind of, and correct me if I don't get the verbiage here, right? But it's top 4 most WTF am I doing moments. And the example you gave when you texted me was you started brushing your teeth one morning without putting toothpaste on the toothbrush.
Yep. That's
so like one of those moments where you just catch yourself like, wait a minute.
Yep.
What the F am I doing here?
Yeah, exactly. And I think I have a few. Crushmore, of course, 4 of them.
Yep.
So if you want to start us off,
I will start. Do you want to kind of like go back and forth, one for one, or do you want me to roll through all 4 of mine here?
Let's do one for one in case we happen to chime in on something.
All right. So my first one, and this one actually happened to be not too long ago. I was in the shower and I put shampoo in my hair before I got my hair wet. And I know that may not seem like a big deal.
Oh, dude.
But I am telling you, I'm pretty sure like they make shampoo that like you can do that with, like maybe that's like leave-in conditioner, but this is not that, okay? And it is the most disgusting feeling. And so I've got my hands and I've like all of a sudden just like, oh, something's missing here. Like that feels dry. Now, put a bunch of shampoo in my hair before I got my head wet in the shower.
That is so hilarious because I was going to save this one, but I'm going to launch it right now. I was in the shower one time and I put shampoo in my loofah.
Now, hang on. Is this one of those things that, because they got a bunch of like shampoos that can double as body wash? Is this not that? It just
no,
you've got 2 separate products.
Not the shampoo that I use. No.
Okay.
No. So for some reason I just squirted shampoo in there and I started lathering it up and I was like, you dumb shit.
So you didn't like smack, you didn't like get your face soaked up?
Nope, I rinsed it all out. I'm like, okay, let's restart from the beginning here. let's see what we can pull off and hopefully not screw up here.
Like, is this really going to be one of those days? Although you're a night before shower, or are you a shower in the morning guy?
Night before, because I get up early.
Yeah, no, I am too. So I'm glad we both had some misfires in the shower here. The second one I came up with was driving right past an exit on the highway that you've taken 1,000 times. And most recently I did this the exit for Cumberland going up that way. And that one is shitty, dude, because there is not another exit for like 10 flipping miles.
Yep.
So you got to try to turn around and like that cop. And it's like, no, you're not supposed to do that here, or just drive all the way damn near to Spooner. And this just happened to me this summer. And it's like, I wasn't on the phone. I just driving. Nope. Completely rolled right past the exit.
No.
So mad. Added like 15 minutes to my trip.
Okay, one of my good WTF moments is that I made pasta the one night, started pouring the water in the pasta towards the sink, realized I didn't have the colander in there.
Oh no.
Only water came out.
Okay, so you didn't like dump
No,
lose like the
I
whole
didn't lose
pot of
any
noodle.
food. I didn't lose any food. I
Oh
didn't lose
my
any food.
Lord.
But I stopped myself and I was like, "Oh, come on, man."
Like how
Like
often do you make pasta? Like this is
a
it should be like a
lot.
second nature, you know?
It is. And next thing you know, it's like here I am dumping. I was like, "Oh, no."
How mad would Ashley be like, hey, by the way, dinner's gonna be late.
No, I wouldn't have told her.
Nope, just having some issues. We're good.
No, no,
Might take a
listen.
few minutes.
I ain't above sink pasta. Leave me alone.
Listen, I'm like scooping that into the colander and just rinsing it off with water.
Nah, you keep the flavor.
Jesus Christ. Let's see here. The next one I've got here, this one happens to be more often than I'm proud to admit. So I work in an office building, and my office happens to be back in an area where it's blocked off from like the main area of the office by two doors, and you have to use a key fob to get from the main side of the office back to where my office is. The problem is the station where you can fill your water bottle, they got that thing where you put it right under there and it just streams ice cold filtered water in there. It's on the other side of the door. Look, nothing against the people that I work with. I love them dearly. They're fantastic. 99% of the time, though, I just want to get out. I don't want to talk to anybody because you're going to get caught for like 15, 20 minutes. Just want to get my water, sneak back. Nope, I'll get out there, fill my water bottle. Oh, I don't have my key fob. Hey, can one of you come out here with your key fob and get me into the back? I mean, it's already happened twice this week, and it's what is it, Tuesday?
Oh
I'm
man.
gonna have to get a lanyard that sticks to like my belt and just like zippers out with my key fob on it because I can't remember the stupid thing.
I okay, so here's my third one. At work, if people know who I am, they know what I do for a living. But one of the keys I had for my truck, just for some reason, like 3 weeks ago, the one day I was like, I could not find my truck keys. Like I had them out there. I'm like, what the hell? Where did they go? Where did they go? And I was like in a dead panic,
Of course,
dead
I
panic.
know how you are.
I'm like, where the hell did I put them? Well, left them in the truck, right in the ignition.
Ah.
Went back out there to look, and I was like, oh, I could be in trouble for this one.
So you were back at like the main building though. This was not like out in public.
This, no, no, not in public.
Okay,
It's
okay,
every morning we do a vehicle check.
okay.
So I checked the vehicle and all that and everything, and make sure everything worked. And when I went back inside, when looked around, I'm like, where the hell are my keys? Went back out there, just dangling there.
How long did it take you before you were like, oh, I should probably go look in the truck?
When I was ready to go to the truck,
Okay.
was when I was like patting my pockets where I usually put them. And I was looking around. I was like, where in the world are these things? Like, no, I did not lose a set of keys. I know we got spares, but what the hell? So I go out there and I'm like, and in my mind, I pictured myself locking the door, securing everything and all that. Open the door, just slide wide, or just wide open. And you're just hanging there. I'm like, you dumb shit.
Like, all right, just right how you planned it.
Yeah, exactly where I want them, I guess, because then of course, that's when I drove the truck.
Yeah.
I'm like, right where I want you to be.
All right. I got my fourth one here. Then I do have an honorable mention, but this one I'm particularly proud of, and you'll probably remember this. This was a few summers ago. Had a riding lawnmower out back, mowing the lawn, And I thought, you know what? We had a swing set out there. And I thought, you know what? I'm not going to move the swing set. I should be able to maneuver the riding lawnmower between the swings.
Yeah.
No, I hit that swing head on. It lifted the front end of the mower up, and I instantly started panic. Like, I think my life is flashing before my eyes here, and it's like lifting up. Like, what am I gonna do? The blades are still spinning. Well, it was like half a second, and the thing slammed back down. It bent like the
Oh
front.
man.
I like instantly stopped the lawnmower and get off, and like, the first thing you do is look to see if any of the neighbors are outside.
Yep.
We were good. Uh, Needless to say, I never tried to go through the swing set ever again with the lawnmower. Lesson learned on that one.
All right. So here's my fourth one. You'll get a kick out of this one. It was last summer. Because of course, what I do for a living. I have company shorts and stuff like that. I was getting ready for the summer, and I got up one morning, like do my ritual, bathroom, brush my teeth, all that, go in there, get dressed up, everything, get my socks on, get my shoes on, let's go, stand up, take like 4 steps. I forgot to put my shorts on.
So you've got socks and shoes on.
And boxers.
I think you should have left. I think you should have went to work. Like,
I
you know what?
mean,
The universe is telling you something.
It would have matched the colors. And I would have just walked in there like with my long button-up shirt, like, yo, what's up? I mean, I was just sitting there like, what in the world are you doing, man?
Well, let me ask you this. Like, I feel like it's normal for people to have like a routine, right? Like they put this article of clothing on first. What is your dress routine in the morning? Do you do the same ever? Like it goes shirt, it goes this, it goes this.
It goes, all right. So it depends on, and people might bark at me about this. If I shower the night before, because of course, like sometimes in like wintertime, you don't need to shower like every day. All right. Can we establish that? You don't have to shower every day in the wintertime?
100%.
Okay. But in the summertime, like if I shower the night before when I put on boxers, those are the boxers I'm wearing the next day.
Oh no, 100%. Yeah.
Okay. And so if I go in there just wearing boxers, my routine is I will toss on my undershirt first, and then I'll crush my gummy vitamins because I'm an adult. And then I will put on my lower part, whether it be shorts or pants, and then 2 socks, 2 shoes.
Okay.
Just for some odd reason that day, I thought I already put on my bottom part.
Maybe you were particularly tired, a little out
Maybe
of it or something.
I have no idea. And then, because then usually before I leave, because I don't like sitting down in my shirt I wear for work, I will throw that on like 3 minutes before I leave to go to work
Yeah.
because of cat hair.
I was just about to say that. I'm the same way. I have to put my shirt on last so I don't sit down and get covered in dog hair before I walk out the door.
So I have my tank top underneath or my long sleeve underneath all the time until I have to leave for work, and then I'll strap it on and then spray myself with something that smells decent, even though where I work smells like crap anyway.
Yeah.
And then go. But yeah, just that day, man. It was just for some reason it's like, huh, these shorts feel nice. No, of course they do. I'm not wearing them.
It's awfully light fabric here this morning. Honorable mention here, okay? And I'm going to say right now, this one probably goes for both of us. But honorable mention, WTF am I doing? Continuing to place parlays on the DraftKings Pick 6 app. Which, by the way, DraftKings, if you're listening, we would love a sponsorship. We're were religiously devoted to your app and to gambling, and we've been giving you guys a lot of money and
Oh,
not winning any back.
yeah. I mean, just a little smidge. Um, can I do an honorable mention?
Yeah, of course.
From Ashley, my fiance.
Mm-hmm.
Her main WTF moment has to be when she gets home before me from work, and I'll walk up to the door and her keys are still in the door.
Ashley. Didn't she do that when you were at Hinckley and she was home by herself? Like she left her
Yes,
keys?
sir.
Oh my God.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
So that's her WTF moment, I would have to say.
we're gonna have to get one of those like we've got with the code on it so she doesn't have to use a key to get in the door. Good
No, because
grief.
what's going to happen, she's going to put a post-it note out there with the code in case she forgets.
It's good to remember it.
Yeah, I forgot. I forgot 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh my God. So there you have, there's our WTF am I doing Crushmore. Like I said, find us, go to linktree.com/wishbone media. Leave us yours, give us your thoughts. We want to hear
Yeah,
about those
I want to
moments that are
hear
just
it.
like, what? Yeah.
I want to
Uh,
hear people's just like, good Lord, what was I doing
yeah.
at the time? I don't want to. Now listen, let us make it a certain way here. I don't want to hear about you hooking up with somebody and
No, come
going,
on.
what the F was I doing?
Yeah. No.
No, I need it to be like legit, like where you just had like a mind lapse and you're like, what in the world just happened to me?
Yes.
And you had to almost like deprogram and reprogram your brain to go, okay, now I know how to blink.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you have those moments where you're like, do I have to count my breathing somehow? Like what's going on?
What should I measure my heart rate right now? What is happening?
Like is there a fire in the house? Like what happened here?
Good Lord. So yeah, share with us. Nothing sexual. I mean, you'll notice that both of us avoided any like bathroom, like bowel movement type stuff, which I know is a popular topic around here. Um,
Oh no, I know what I'm doing in there.
just
Oh no,
sometimes it surprises you.
no, it's never a surprise.
No, you never just said the smell. No, you're just your body is just so acclimated
I
to
am
the
so
horribleness.
it I mean, I guess a surprise would be not disaster.
See, there
That's
you
fine.
go. Yeah, that could be a WTF moment. Like, yeah, this is actually somewhat normal and pleasant.
All right, I'm 17 years running trying to find that out.
So with that, so I think, look, we had another topic on the sheet for today, but I think we've got enough time for today. So we'll save it for the next one. I'm not going to spoil what the topic was, by the way, but before we kind of wrap things up here, JD, I want to give you something, okay? With no
Mm-hmm.
context to the listeners, okay?
Oh,
Because this will probably have to be something that's on Patreon that we discuss a little bit more in depth. But I'm going to share my screen. Okay, I want you to take a look at this, okay? Let's see here. Here is the first thing I want to share with you. All right.
oh yeah.
Just this beautiful cursed image. I'm gonna call it Rambo in drag reading a book. Okay.
Oh,
So that's the first one
all right.
I want to share with you here. And I'm gonna tell you this next one. I got some feelings on this one, by the way, that I don't know how
I had some feelings in the last one.
look at this. Look at this beauty.
Oh,
Look at that.
okay. All right. All right.
You tell me you wouldn't smash that, Rambo?
Oh man. I mean, just how many drinks of water do I need? just give me a minute. Here's the thing, though. That particular one right there, I don't think I have a choice.
Oh, no. No. You're getting it whether you want it or not.
Now, here's the thing. Is the voice the same?
Oh, yeah, the voice is the same.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the voice is the same.
Oh, no. All right. Hang on. Let me get some more deets on this thing. The hat's very pretty.
It is. It's very nice.
The eye makeup's very on point.
It's well done. Well done makeup.
Oh, those arm veins, though.
Look, this woman's been in the gym, been hitting it.
I mean, where's the needle marks on that thing?
Maybe
Like,
it's
that
one of
is,
those.
I mean, hang on. I mean, describe the earring, though. Like, that thing has to weigh like 2 pounds.
Listen, it's freaking, female Rambo. She ain't worried about it.
Oh,
She ain't worried about it.
good Lord.
So you're welcome, by the way. I just wanted to share that with you. No spoilers here for the audience.
I mean, holy moly. You pants got tighter. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So on that note, listen, as I mentioned at the start of this, we are excited to be back. Go check us out. Linktree.com/Wishbone Media. That's where you're going to find all of our stuff. Podcast available wherever you listen to podcasts every Monday morning. We're going to be doing a lot of exciting stuff, JD, a lot of fun stuff. We want people to be engaged, as much as possible. So,
Well, just have fun with it. Like, if you guys have like anything topic related that you want us to talk about, any stories based on where you're living that you want us to look, send us the link, like the news article, something like that we could bring it up.
yes.
Just anything that, like, we will shout you out. I mean, don't get us wrong. We will be like, hey, this came from, Mark in Georgia or something like that. Like, we'll shout you out, we'll talk about it, and just enjoy what we do. We're just a couple of old dudes just having fun. We're not looking to make bank off this. Like Dave said before, I mean, we both have jobs. I mean, we both work for a living, but we're doing this to have fun. If we can make any kind of money off this and to have you guys help us out, support the pod and support us, that'd be great. And if not, still keep listening. It's fine. There's not a problem with it. We're not doing this because like we need the money.
We need the money. Speak for yourself.
Please, DraftKings, all of my parlays.
Yes. Think about all of the parlays we could be doing.
But no, thank all of you for starting this, I guess, for 2024, this new adventure with us. And with that said, I will say my goodbyes. And Dave, you can say yours.
Guys, we appreciate it. And we'll see you next time on the next adventure. Thank you. Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed the latest episode of the Wishbone Podcast. Please go check us out when you have a chance. Linktree.com/Wishbone Media. Check out all the different things that we've got going on. Like, subscribe, download, share us with your friends and family. We'd love to have you interact with us, buy some swag, anything that you can do to help support us. We greatly appreciate it, as always.